took a chance and sold and gave away everything that I own to experience some much needed adventure in my life. So I'd like you to come along and experience it all with me every step of the way. On my channel, Narrowboat Cruising and Lifestyle. We've just left the lock at Fenny Stratford, where I got the news that they're closing the canal in Milton Keynes tomorrow. When I set off today, my plan was to be mooring somewhere around here. Which looks pretty nice with all these lovely gardens going right onto the canal. But I've got to push on now for another 3 or 4 hours to get to Milton Keynes. Which is no hardship on a day like this. So I hope you've come back to keep me company here on the back of the boat for this trip. And together we'll discover some nice places that we've never seen before. I can see the boat that I've just been through the lock with. I hope he's not in trouble.
You alright? What? You better go in front of me, I think, because you'll probably go faster than me. I'll leg about for you. You're probably a bit faster than me. I ain't. This is as slow as... No, take it easy.
All that agricultural language put me right off, and I nearly steered into the bushes here. We was really lucky that train beeped its horn just at the right time, because I don't want to offend anyone. There's plenty of bridges between here and Milton Keynes, both old and more modern like this one, but there's no locks to hold us up. So touch wood, if nothing goes wrong, we shouldn't be stopping now for a few hours, which should help us cover a bit of distance. I often let my imagination run wild while I'm standing on the back here, looking at the trees and the shapes. Usually it's very relaxing and sometimes amusing. In theory, we've been in Milton Keynes since Bletchley. But when I'm talking about getting to Milton Keynes, I'm talking about the modern centre. Milton Keynes is a modern city that was designed in the 1970s. It's not everyone's cup of tea. The roads were set out on a grid system, as you can see on this map. All the square grids in this city lead to another thing that it's famous for, the amount of roundabouts. I've not been the biggest fan of narrowboating through towns or cities, They're the only places so far on my journeys that I've had any trouble, any slight trouble. But I've got an open mind and I'm willing to give anything a go. And so far, everything I'm seeing has been really pretty. It's like a bit of a mixture between the old and the new. It seems every time that I stick my head out the narrowboat, I find out about another closure. And I've had 3 in a row that I've had to get through. I'm hoping there's no more. If I find out about another one, I'm going to give up. I don't mean giving up narrowboating, of course. I just mean giving up trying to get past the closures. I've been pleasantly surprised how lovely it is on this stretch. It looks beautiful in the spring. Old bridge. New bridge. What do you think looks best? I know which one's more practical for a city, but I must be a bit of an old romantic, because I love the look of the old bridges. Not so sure about the look of these. Then you come out from underneath that modern monstrosity with all its traffic noise, and you're surrounded by all this beauty. Wonderful. I'm so glad I tried to get as far away from the rat race as I could. This is a much better lifestyle. And all them busy roads and rushing about is a reminder of my old lifestyle. I know what one I prefer. One thing I have noticed travelling along here is that the old bridges are not getting a lot of use at all. All the traffic is using the new bridges. So I hope they don't let the old ones fall into disrepair and then get rid of them. I'm starting to see more and more modern buildings, but they have been sympathetic to the canal and the other surroundings here, unlike some places I've been through. So yeah, I think there's a lot of thought gone into this place. Over there on the left is Milton Keynes Marina. Looks like someone's waving at me in there. I don't think I know them though. But I'm going to get my skates on anyway. just in case I owe them some money or something. I've read some canal guidebooks that have mentioned Milton Keynes, and they've not been too kind what they've said. But I can only speak as I find, and so far I've liked it. But we'll see if that changes after I've been moored here for a while. There's a bit of a blind bend and a bridge coming up, so I'll have to keep my eyes open just in case something's coming the other way. And there is something coming. It's a wide beam, so I'm going to put it in reverse. It's alright, it looks like the wide beam is reversing into a mooring spot, so I'm going to carry on. You should never get complacent out here. You might not see a boat moving for hours, but I guarantee at the worst possible place there'll be one coming towards you. There he is, all moored up safely. I must be getting close to this closure. I don't know exactly where it is or what bridge, but I know they're working on a bridge, so I'm going to be looking out for all the work boats ready to start work tomorrow. If I don't see any work boats about, I'll be in trouble. Are these work boats coming up on the right? Yep, definitely. So this must be the bridge that they're working on. Woohoo! There looks like two bridges here, but I'll make sure that I get past the pair of them, or a fair way past them, before I start thinking of mooring up. Before we go any further, I'd like to thank the generous people that clicked on the buy me a coffee link in the description and bought me a coffee and supported me and my channel. So thank you very much. Reggie the dog, Isabel and Stu, Babs, George and Jenny, Bob Hurl or Hurley, Pauline Freeman, Paul, Sally Burton, Tony P, Mayfly, Nick Wood, and there was 4 people that didn't leave a name. Thank you all so much. I really appreciated you coming along with me and keeping me company on the back of the boat here. Don't be shy about commenting. I do love all your comments. Good ones only though. I'm only joking. You can say what you like. It's still a free country. So, look after yourselves, and I hope to see you on the next one.